I want to spend a moment and just touch base with you on how to promote your church on Facebook and go through a couple things, some real basic kind of things. We run into this regularly. It's one of the things that we teach regularly. In fact, we have a whole thing that we're doing on Facebook for pastors, which I'll mention here in just a little bit on just to help pastors. We wrote a specific 18-page ebook on doing Facebook, and we've had I think 10 or 11,000 downloads on the thing now, and it's been great. So anyway, I want to do some teaching on that. We'll share that with you in a moment. Hey, let's talk a little bit about how to promote your church on Facebook. As we know, Facebook is this massive powerhouse, over 1 billion people today on our planet logged in to Facebook and got some type of information, and many of those are people in your community that you want to connect with. And we have some things we've done on how to do ads on Facebook and how to do free ads on Facebook, and we'll cover some of that when we get a little further into some of our training. But I want to talk a little bit about kind of the idea of what you put and what you put on and what you write about, because I see this an error, I guess, mistake that is made commonly, and it's not necessarily a mistake. It's just it's not the best way to do it. When you're writing and when you're doing any kind of promotion, if you work for Pepsi-Cola or McDonald's or whatever, if you're writing stuff, there's a couple different ways to write it, and I think churches need to pay attention to some of that because let me tell you kind of the two areas, and you'll kind of probably pick this up right away. You can write about the features that are there. Okay, so if you're selling a quarter pounder, hey, it's a quarter pound, and it's got burger and it's got bread and it's got cheese and that kind of thing. Or you can write about the benefits. Okay, so it's features or benefits. The benefit is, hey, this quarter pounder is going to fill you up, and it's going to give you satisfaction, and you're going to be on your way, and it tastes great. More of the benefit kind of stuff. And many churches write only about their features when they're on Facebook, because those are the things that are often included on a business card, which is what a lot of churches have, is a business card or a gospel tract, and they have the only thing they have other than, of course, the gospel portion would be just the features of their church. In our case, it's like 400 Lincoln Avenue. We have services at 9:30 and 11. Our phone number is, our email address is, and that's about it, And those are called features, and many churches promote their features. I happen to be friends with multitudes of churches that put out stuff, and I'm friends and I've liked their pages. And so I get the advertisements from many churches, and it says, come to First Baptist Church, 400 Lincoln, here's our service time, see you there today, or see you there tomorrow, or Wednesday. I'm recording this on a Wednesday evening. For some of you, we do a Tuesday night. Well, we actually have several different Bible studies going. I had mine last night, and so I'm off tonight. Want to take a moment to do that. But a lot of churches just say, come to church at 6 o'clock, log on, watch us. And that's just a feature. And there's nothing wrong with having features, and people need features. Okay, they need to know, when to log on. They need to know the address. They need to know the name of the pastor. They need to know the phone number and those things. But if you want to get a little bit better, especially on Facebook land, okay, you want to make sure that you put some of the benefits on there of what your church, how it benefits a person, because people aren't looking for a service at 9:30. They're looking for solution. They're looking for forgiveness. They're looking for, peace. They're looking for joy, those type of things. So these are the kind of things that you can write on your church promotional things. And in addition to your features, you can have that. Although seriously, if you have a pretty good benefit, like, let's just do some of the church ones. If you write, I wrote down a couple of them here, family-oriented, teaching. Parents are looking for a family-oriented place to gather with their people. Character training for children. They will, if you write, character training for children, people will find where you are. In other words, they'll find when the services are. And so you want to put that. We had a thing we put not too long ago. Actually done it several times. It says Sinclair Baptist, a safe place for children. And we've had people write back right away and say, when are your services? Well, then we get the dialogue going, because we started out with a fee or a benefit as opposed to just a feature. So when you are working with, writing your advertising, what we call copy, you're writing the little blurb that you're going to put out, you want to have some things that really share the benefits of the church. Let me illustrate it this way. And I heard this. I thought this was just a great way to illustrate it. At Christmas time, when your kid is getting a package or whatever, if it's like at my house, my wife, gets the toy, whatever it is, puts it in the box for the grandkid, and then you wrap it up and it's really nice. And they put the, ribbon this way and a ribbon that way, and they curl it all up. And with the scissors, you make the little curly things and you put a tag on it and all that. And that's kind of the outside of the package. And it is a beautiful thing. And when you put it under a tree, it's a beautiful thing. And if you put 100 of them under there, it's like, wow, there's a lot of cool things. And, you notice, like when you go someplace, whether it's church or home or however you're doing that, if it's a birthday party, there's presents and they're wrapped really nice. Well, the nice wrapping is a wonderful thing. And that's the equivalent of a feature. But the benefit is what's inside. Okay. So when I get a present that's wrapped really nice, I probably like you, rip this stuff off, rip those things off, and I get to what is inside there. And hey, my kids bought me a brand new halogen flashlight or something. It's like, that's cool. That is the benefit. And I turn the light on, I shine it around. I now have the benefit. And that's what we need to have at our churches and they're going to get the benefit when they come. In other words, you're going to give them the Bible. You're going to teach them about forgiveness. You're going to teach them character lessons. You're going to teach them about responsibility if they're children. You're going to teach them perseverance. This last week we talked about how overcoming depression and worry and some of those things. So people are looking for the benefits, and you want to write that in your Facebook stuff that you put out there. So you can say, come join us at church. We're talking about, and then summarize your message in just a benefit type of a sentence. How to overcome worry, how to get peace in your heart that will never go away, how your family can be strong and a strong, loving family. And by the way, to have a strong, loving family, people, the boys, girls, moms, dads, all need to be saved. So you're teaching them how to become Christian. You're teaching them how to be a strong, solid family. So you're not compromising your gospel in any way, but you are giving them some reasons to come. You're giving them something that they can grab hold of. And so this is a very important thing. So I wrote down a couple of things. Let me give you a couple of, things that we've done before. You can come and, forgiveness, acceptance, character training. Here's something, we have character training, we have teaching, we have Bible teaching for all ages. And then you can actually break that down. So some week you might want to say, we have a tremendous teen program where teens will learn how to survive in this culture. And, that type of thing. We have a tremendous, middle school program where our middle schoolers will learn and have a place where they can ask questions and grow spiritually. You see, that's a benefit rather than just saying, middle school class at 9:30, Sunday school for high school kids, 10 o'clock, whatever. You want to give them the benefits there. A solid Bible teaching, a family-oriented gatherings, family-oriented. So like if you're doing a family-oriented Sunday night service, or like we're doing a campfire service here in a few weeks, if the snow melts and it's not too stormy. We're doing a campfire service at night, and we would talk about all the benefits of singing around a campfire and, come stand around the campfire, cook marshmallows and all that kind of stuff. A lot of fun. And of course, we're going to teach and preach and give them the gospel and all that at the campfire service. So those are the kind of things that you want to do. You want to put features down. Now, I wrote a couple things here to kind of help you understand. Features usually get used because they're very easy. In other words, your church always meets at 9:30. It's always at 400 Lincoln. It's there's always a nursery. Those are just the features, and those are easy. Benefits are harder and take time to write. And so if you're going to write something on Facebook, it is not just come to church at 400 Lincoln. It is come to church this weekend because we're going to be talking about how you can exchange your bad habits for good. and move yourself, develop spiritual habits or whatever. And then your message, of course, can be all sorts of different things when you go from that, but you want to take your message and pull some of the benefits out of it. And instead of just writing, we're at such and such an address, you want to write those things that are a little bit more thoughtful and thought out. So features are usually easy to do. Benefits are a little bit harder to do. Features are repeatable. Okay, so in other words, we've been at 400 Lincoln. We're in our 11th year as a church plant here now. 11 years we've been at 400 Lincoln. So I'm in the same address. That's easy to do, easy to remember. Benefits, though, are something that you don't want to repeat all the time. You want to make them new and different. So you want to do benefits about your adult ministry. You want to do benefits about your preaching ministry. You want to do benefits about your children's ministry. You want to talk about, your teen ministry and your afterglows that you do with teenagers. You want to talk about the nursery and how the parents of nursery kids, get together and talk and have, discussion and meaningful conversations. All of those things. So they're not necessarily repeatable. You don't just repeat the same thing all the time. And I have some churches that send me stuff like every Sunday and every Wednesday I get an ad from them, Facebook type ad, or I get an email ad, or I get a text ad, and it's always the same. Now, I have a church that sends me a summary of his message every Sunday morning at about 6 in the morning. I get a summary of the message that is coming, and it's in 4 or 5 sentences. It's basically a paragraph, and it's very interesting. And it's like, I would like to go there because he's talking about a thing and he's taken time, not just put the address of the church or, what time, or we're, independent and fundamental, and we use this Bible, and we, use this kind of music or whatever. Those are just features. They're good. You can put them out there, put them on your website, where people can find them, find the time, find the address. But you really want to have your benefits put out there, and especially on Facebook, because Facebook is a place for conversation. It's a place for interaction. It's a place that is much more human than just like the back of a business card. Features are repeatable, benefits are new and varied. This last one I wrote, features are important to the writer, okay, but benefits are important to the reader. All right, so it's what do they need to hear? In fact, that goes back to the Christmas package thing too. The package is so beautiful. My wife wrapped it, and it's all nice. It's got all these things. It's a wonderful package, that's been put together. Looks very nice. That's very important to her. What's important to me is if I open that package. What's important to the kid is when they open it up and there's that, superhero toy or transformer or their new flashlight or whatever happens to be. It's what's inside is important. And so kind of keep that in mind as you're doing copy, writing things on Facebook, especially on Facebook. Take time to really think it through and put it up there. And of course, you can join us at other places. We'll show you how to do some Facebook ads for free. We've got several features we've done on that in our online course.
Hello, this is Tatum from Reaching Young Families and ReachKeep.com. You just watched a training video from Mike Holmes, founder and head trainer at ReachKeep.com. If you like what you've seen, head on over to ReachKeep.com, where you will find blog posts, podcasts, and other training materials. Also, please join our Reaching Young Families discussion group on Facebook, where local pastors discuss issues they have in reaching young families in their communities and work together to find solutions. As always, we appreciate it if you like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more informative videos like this.